never am I going to lay a hand on my kids or my wife, because that's just not who I am.
Why are we being told otherwise?
Really?
And then I went back in my room for a little bit just to get away from that. And then she came up to take a shower, and then everything just started happening.
On December 16th, 2023, officers were dispatched to a home after a woman called about her intoxicated husband. She informed officers that she's been living in the basement for a while now, just to get away from him. Nobody should have to live like this, especially their 2 children.
What's going on?
Just arguing with my wife.
Okay. She's
Nothing
inside?
more than that, and she's inside.
Okay.
And I just want to make sure I'm not any.
No, you're good, man. And what was it? What did it start with?
Anger and frustration on my part, and gentlemen, my name is Bill, and I want to just let you know I'm not any danger to you guys at all whatsoever.
You want to just talk to her and see? And I'll stand up.
Yeah, you can
Go.
by any means go inside. Like, my kids are in there, my dog's in there. I got a Great Dane. He is big. He is no danger to you guys at all. He is a big sissy. So just let you know.
What How did it start out?
What precipitated
Yeah,
this?
just
Just
kind of.
I have suffered from some drinking problems, and this morning is one of them.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and blow smoke up here and tell you that I'm not.
And a lot of times, I mean, it's almost better to have a reason, I guess. I mean, and being able to own it, like that, than to have it.
I'm gonna own it, man. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you.
Hi.
Mind if I say something?
Yeah.
Tell us what's going on, ma'am.
He's drinking, and he's just being aggressive and throwing things and that kind of stuff. We're not injured, and I asked him
Do
to
you have any
go.
marks on you, anything like that?
No.
Redness, scrapes, anything?
No. He just shoved me. He didn't hurt me. Well, and he's just kind of talking to them, and just being very aggressive.
But so, like, we have disagreed about how things have gone in the past, and this morning is no different.
Was there an issue where you were wanting to leave and she just didn't want you to drive? Is that part of it?
Maybe, yeah. I mean, like, I don't need to be.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I don't need to be drinking and driving, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Is there like other family member or somewhere that you would, that it would benefit you to go if we can help you get there or something like that?
I've got a brother down the road that's not far. Yeah.
Did you break anything? Any holes in the wall?
Not this time. I mean, I don't think so. He was in my son's room and he cleared a bunch of stuff off, but we have a big dog. I don't know where he's at.
Oh, it's okay. I'm a dog person anyways. It's fine.
He's an older Great Dane. He's not going to hurt anybody, but he barks really bad. Where is Herschel? I don't know. You guys can go back to your dog. I've been in the basement because he's been this way since yesterday, so I've just been avoiding him. I came up here today to take a shower, and he kind of started in with me again.
Okay.
I think my son's room is kind of messy anyway, but he was just sort of clearing stuff out and knocking stuff over and yelling and telling them they're not doing things right and that sort of stuff. I offered to take him to a hotel. He doesn't. He's refusing. He's supposed to go to work today at 1.
What would be a good solution to the problem?
He's been in recovery. He went to sober living for 7 months last year. Today, the solution, I don't know. He can't stay here. I'll pay for a hotel or something for him to go to. And then we can go from there. Maybe get him an Uber or something. Take him to the hotel.
And who is he to you?
My husband.
Your husband?
Yeah, we've been married a long time.
And then, sometimes it just helps if maybe in her case, just kind of get it off her chest or whatever and tell that side of it.
I get it. I mean, I understand. When you have, in my case, a history of drinking and that kind of thing, it makes it very easy for someone to blame it all on that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, and I apologize for you guys having to come out here.
No, that's no problem, man. I mean,
And I mean,
it'd be nice if y'all, just could
saying
be.
kumbaya and everything.
Well,
too.
exactly, and then the other part of that is to be able to put a little bit of distance when you know that it's going to get to that point. But the problem is again and again, I wouldn't want you driving either.
Yeah,
But
I don't want to drop shells. I'm not here to do that. That's just not what I'm doing. I just,
well, they have part of the 911 call and the way that it comes in and everything. So it sounded like that was kind of that you were saying you wanted your keys and stuff like that. So I mean, at the end of the day, I mean that's the person that's still protecting you, even with um, circumstances not as you would want them if you weren't drinking. But hey, that to
I
me,
know, man.
even if somebody's acting whatever way that you don't wish for it to be, but
I'm
it
acting stupid and
well
stuff.
not that, but I mean I'm saying in terms of
Oh man, I mean,
keeps you from driving and keeps you from worse.
doing something
Yeah.
stupid, which I agree with.
And he's had a bad 5 years. So.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That for when the kids are bad?
Yeah, that's the Great Dane's bed. He's 175 pounds, and I'm kind of concerned actually because I don't know where he is. Like
He's outside.
Okay.
He's outside somewhere in the corner.
He will go away when he's like this too.
Ah, gosh.
He's not here. He's not gonna hurt you anyway if he was.
Where's your husband sleep at? Does he
In here.
sleeps near you?
Yeah. Except if he gets really bad like that, I go downstairs. We have a place downstairs,
Gotcha.
so there's a bed, and I go down there.
Again, I apologize for you guys having to come out here, and that's not what I wanted. But you're here,
Yeah.
and we're here having this conversation.
That's
and,
it. Just let them let her. Like I said, sometimes just alleviates some of that part of it by
friction, and
just
I get
tell
it,
your
man.
side of it. Whatever.
Yeah, man. I mean,
You have a phone?
You don't know me, and I don't know you, but I'm not one of these people that's going to be like real angry and
No, you seem pretty laid
just
back.
get.
When did you start drinking?
Oh, you mean
Like, sorry for today's thing.
I guess yes. He's kind of been drinking since Monday, but not a lot. Starting yesterday, last night. What is today? Saturday, Friday, Thursday night into Friday. Yesterday he had off, and this morning is when he's been.
Has he been in touch with anybody, like counselors, something like that?
Well, I heard him call one of his friends from recovery. He has just started a job, and had not been going to AA meetings. And he had been going to AA meetings like every day, and he had stopped doing that, and he had been working. So he's got lots of people that he trusts in the AA community.
Is there a reason he stopped going to meetings? Just me say anything?
Working, pretty much. He started this new job, and
Occupation.
yeah, and he just kept, he wanted to work a lot because he hasn't worked solidly in a long time. Kept asking him if he wanted, if he needed to take care of himself, but he just kept going. He's been working every day. They've had a lot of work, and he's just been taking it.
So what was the issue with the shoving? What was he shoving for?
He's angry, and we were in here, and he was getting really agitated with the kids and usually it's aimed at me and not them. But of course, my oldest son is old enough now that he was kind of starting to get into it with him. And I said, I'm going to call the police. And I think that's when he shut me.
I don't want to preemptively have you mention it to your brother if it's not at that point. I mean, she may, they may
We
want
talked
you to
about
just
it
show
last night.
You
I
did.
asked my brother if I could come over there and stay with him because I was a little bit concerned this may happen last night, and
Gotcha.
he's like, "Sure." So yeah, if we need to, I can
Yeah.
definitely go over there and stay
Sometimes
with him.
just a little sleep, sorts things out in a
Weird,
lot of
man.
different ways.
Yeah, I mean, like things get hectic and I mean, I got my kids here, man. I don't want to have them see me angry with their mom. That's not what I want to do.
How old are they?
13 and 17.
Yeah.
Like my big kid's like my size.
Mhm.
So, when I was a kid, I was getting brought home by the cops, and that's not what I want. It comes down to me and my wife, and just like having misunderstanding, or in this case, just not understanding. So
Have you tried any different, treatment stuff or quitting?
yeah, man. I mean, I've been to alcohol treatment a couple times, and been to. We're working on the
10-4. I'm outside with the mailhouse.
family thing. So
What's been like your, I guess, like trigger? I guess what's pushed you?
my wife.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just like, I mean, she is just like very willing to, you know, push my buttons, and I'm not very good at responding. I need to be better at
well, I
not
mean,
letting her push my buttons. I mean, that's just the thing. And
What? Like, how did he? Was he trying to get by you, or is he just mad at you, or what?
Just mad. Like I was standing here, and right, my older was there, my younger was there, and he walked in, and then he was like, "You eat too much, and you don't pick up after yourself," and just all sorts of stuff. And then
yeah, and that self-reflection always comes after the fact, though. We never do that in the midst of it because that's why the buttons get pushed.
sure.
Ooh, that is a big old dog.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and honestly, there's not much advice.
Hey,
There's not much advice.
it's okay.
Hey, buddy. There's not
Commercial.
there's not much advice to give me on that because you do understand that that's the trigger. I mean, that's why I always ask people if you have an issue with alcohol, other than just sometimes it just feels better than not drinking. Then it's usually because there's a trigger.
It is.
And
It's just like I need to do better.
but not in those kind terms. I guess he was standing here, and I was like, just, okay, I want you to go. I want you to go to a hotel room or something. And he said, I'm not going anywhere. And he shoved me. And then I kind of backed off that way, and he backed off that way. And then he went to leave, and I had stuck his keys under the couch because I didn't want him to drive. And so then he was yelling about his keys and not being able to leave because he didn't have his keys. And I was like, just don't drive. I'll get you somewhere.
And I don't need to allow life to, like, push my buttons and let things just get out of hand. Like this morning, I have allowed things to get out of hand, and it's my fault, and I accept that.
sometimes it just becomes replacing the idea of drinking as the answer. But the reason everyone does that because it's cheap and it's accessible.
Available,
Yeah.
and
Um,
yeah, man.
And this is all we were on the phone with 911. And then we were out on the deck, and he just kind of was like aggressively coming at me. And I had the keys in my hand, and I was going to give him the keys, and he was grabbing them out of my hand. And Ryan was on the phone, and he was telling the dispatcher, that you guys were on the way, or that they were telling him he was on the way, and we're all out there on the deck. And I was like, if you leave, they're going to pull you over.
the counseling side of it is like, yeah, you do this instead, you do that instead, but it's not like you can, instead of alternative wise, you're not going to go do some woodworking or something, whatever people come up with.
Well, I mean, like my wife, I'm like, where is your side of it? Where's your like response to all this? And she's like, well, I'm gonna go to yoga. And I'm like, well, yoga ain't really gonna help you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
The kids saw all this going.
Oh yeah, I've seen it for a long time, so I'm not.
What did you see today?
Um, I woke up and he was in here. He was kind of like.
And and I don't know How bad
Man,
you
I've
drink?
been to treatment a couple times, and it's not that I don't.
What's your like day to day life? Are you
I mean, like, I'm not drinking on a day-to-day basis. I just
so did you say like binge drinking more so than like alcoholism?
exactly, yeah.
Still having his opinions on everything that we have going on. And then I went back in my room for a little bit just to get away from that. And then she came up to take a shower, and then everything just started happening. In that room, he just started throwing my stuff and everything. Not really stressed about that. I can clean that up. But yeah, that's really what happened. And then we went outside, and he kind of pushed her. So
Gotcha. Do you see anything different, or kind of the same thing as him?
He's pushing, shoving. He's just mad. But he's more mad at himself, so.
What the kids say? Same thing she said, just shoving. You shoved her, and then he's just been yelling and throwing stuff. What are you thinking? That's at least what battery? Be simple. Simple battery, I mean, and then what simple assault if he's coming at her?
The binge drinking kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Well, and I mean that is honestly more common than what you hear with alcoholism, because alcoholism is like a big umbrella, but that's more, I always thought, like more of the person that wakes up and takes a shot in the morning kind of thing. And
When I was a kid, like, that was my
yeah,
my
and
wife.
then sometimes it's
Gentlemen,
different.
I know you talked to my wife, and are you gonna put me in cuffs? Because if that's the case, then let's go ahead and do it.
We want to get. You probably already talked to this officer, but we're going to be the ones doing the report. So if you don't mind, just telling us
Herschel,
what happened today. You don't have to go as far as
just
like weeks ago and all
like,
that.
I'm just being trying to be accountable with my wife, and she's just angry with me. And one of these days, you guys will have a wife, and
Well, I do
she'll
have a
get pissed
wife.
off at you too. And I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you and say that I'm not responsible for what's going on here this morning. But like, I mean, I don't know. I just am. She's angry with me. I'm angry with her. I mean, my kids are here, man. I mean, I don't want to have them look at me in a negative light. I don't want them to be, you know, pissed off at me or whatever it is. I don't know, man.
So did anything get physical today?
No, sir. I mean, that's not me. That ain't me. That's never been.
It might not be you when you're sober, but
No,
what about when
that's.
you're
I
intoxicated?
don't give a shit whether I'm drunk or whatever. That's never been me. Never. I'm not gonna lay a hand on my kids, or my wife, or my anything else. My dog's right there. You can ask him.
Your dog?
Yeah.
I don't. I don't think I'm gonna ask your dog. Can't really talk to us.
Well, I'm just. No. I would never lay a hand on anyone because that's just not who I am.
Why are we being told otherwise?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I don't know. But
So
I
what
would
had happened today, sir?
just. I would say that we have agreed to disagree. I don't know. I've not put my hands on anyone this morning. And if you believe that, great. If you don't, then that's up to you. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm amazed that someone would say that.
Okay. Yeah, to just, I mean, to be upfront with you, man, your wife's telling us that you shoved her. Um, I kind of tried to get her to clarify if you were just trying to get by her and she fell, or if you like, psh, is she saying that you shoved her out of
No,
your anger, and
no.
your kids are saying the same exact thing. They were in the room
My
whenever
kids are saying that I pushed her.
you pushed her. Yeah, y'all were having some sort of argument. And she told us like whenever you're sober, like you know how to do the right thing, but it's when you start drinking a little too much that your judgment can be impaired, which happens with everyone that drinks too much, and that maybe you can get a little too wrought up, you know? Are we hitting the nail on the head, or are we just completely off? Or your wife and kids, are they lying to us?
I don't know, maybe a little bit of both. I don't know. But I don't. But I'm not here to hurt anybody. That's So they're saying that I went by her and pushed her. I don't know. But I know this is that I'm not, this is not where I want to be, and this is not ever where I want to be. And
Did you drink from last night, or you're drinking today?
I drank last night, and this is kind of where we stopped. And then this morning I had some more to drink, and that was a mistake.
Do you ever black out or forget parts of?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. I've been into treatment like several times.
Well, could there have been part of that interaction where you're not exactly putting it together? I mean,
I'm not sure, but I know this is that I don't think that there's any part of this morning where I thought or I was, you know, unable to remember what happened. I
well,
think it's more of a case of like my wife wanting me to go
I'll just tell you, sometimes what we end
to
up with
tr-
as an adult might, you know,
I
like
don't
a
know.
wife or somebody or a husband might embellish the story, but usually kids are not going to tell it. I mean, they're just going to tell what they saw,
I hear you.
and they're not going to say things. They're not going to lie
No,
about.
I don't think my kids are lying. That's not what I'm saying. I think that
So if your kids are saying that they think you pushed her, then what does that make you think?
it makes me think that they're telling the truth.
So that's kind of where that puts
We're
us.
at right now,
Yeah,
and
I
that's
mean,
okay, man. I mean, like I can live with that.
Get to 95.
okay.
Mm.
All right, good.
Well, I think that that is the point we're at. So I mean, it puts,
All right, man. Go put your hands
Switch
on
things
my
my back,
okay?
sir.
All right, yeah.
Turn around.
Good.
Get your hand there, sir.
we're temple.
Let Central know you're 1095.
Yeah, he didn't give me anything of any value wise, information wise. We just basically talking, and he's going on about drinking problem and that he's, pretty much doesn't drink during the week. He says, but I don't know if that believe that or not.
Pants about to fall down, but I guess that doesn't really make a difference. So that's all right.
201 Central or 1095.
So again,
All right, so
man.
let's get you in there carefully, right? I don't want you to hit your head, nothing, okay?
Hey, check his pockets.
Mm-hmm.
Trying not.
Hold on. Let's sit you back up.
He's learning, man.
Yeah.
Get your pockets. Get your pants on, anything like that? Okay. This is your phone.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
No,
Okay. Nothing in the waistband, anything like that?
nothing like that. I would tell you.
Okay. All right. Let's go sit down, okay? Watch your head.
Yeah.
It's a chip.
He admitted that at that point, when the other officers that did talk to you and they talked to your kids, he admitted that he didn't kind of remember doing that, but he says that he thinks that you wouldn't have said it and his kids wouldn't have said it if he probably hadn't have done it. So, and all I can tell you is it may be just part of a step of getting him the help that he needs. I mean,
at a sober living.
yeah, and I mean, and just to hear him, talk about it and stuff. I mean, it sounds like he understands that, even being drunk right now, he understands that he is a binge drinker, and that, and I mean, I know there's a lot that umbrella of like alcoholism.
Yeah, we've
But
been dealing with it for 5 years. He's been in and out of recoveries.
it sounds like he understands the issue is maybe not just the progression of it, but the too much at once, all the, how that impacts it.
Hey, hold on, just wait.
Does he still have my keys?
We'll check and see. I don't think he had anything in his pocket.
But when he went to the liquor store this morning, he took my husband's, that was son's
car. Okay,
because I had hidden his key.
I got you. Just these are the resources.
Yeah, I
And it
don't
has
know. He may be pretty pissed at me at this point.
Well, and the thing is he's not. I mean, and again, if it changes the way he acts with you,
I
but
sure should.
with us right now, it's a little more along the lines of he's understanding the sort of the largeness of it versus just thinking that it can be kept sort of a secret or whatever, you know.
So how long, I mean, what happens with him in jail? I mean, honestly, I don't want him to come back. I don't know what I want. I
Yeah,
have
that's
to think
okay.
about
Well,
that, but-
well, and that's the other part of the way the law is designed is it gives you time to maybe think about that. As far as time frame for today, he'll be taken to the jail. He'll be processed in. He wouldn't get a bond until he talks to the judge, which is probably already a bond hearing has probably already happened at 9 this morning, so he'll probably have to at least wait till tomorrow.
I understand, and
Right.
maybe it will wake his ass up.
Yeah, and I mean,
I mean, he already is woken up. He just can't get through the idea that he can't go back to it.
yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean,
He was
trust
sober
me.
for 7 months.
Yeah, and that always hurts me to hear because, I mean, that's a huge job just getting to that point, you know.
Yeah, I kicked him out,
Yeah.
and he went to a sober place at Mar up in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't have to stay, but chose to stay 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sir. Let's get you out. Get your feet out.
You have insulin?
Yeah, it's in a couple of. Watch yourself. Okay. Let's go this way. All right, over there.
The suspect was booked for simple battery, family violence, and disorderly conduct. He was released the next day on a $13 cash bond. On August 6, 2024, the simple battery family violence charge was dismissed, and the suspect entered to a NOLO plea to disorderly conduct. He was sentenced to 12 months of probation.